Introduction. The play titled A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen is one of the most prominent feminist pieces of art of the 10th century. It questions the societal role and fate of a married woman in a male-dominated society, showcasing how women lacked opportunities for self-fulfillment and independence in Norway at the time. The play caused a great deal of controversy, but later became appreciated by the female public as a play where a woman closing the door behind herself made the trembling feel at the highest points in society. The story seeks to dismantle the necessity and conventional virtues of a docile female housewife, centering on the stories of two women, Nora and her friend Linde. The purpose of this paper is to analyze the societal norms that Linde and Nora had to conform with, as shown in A Doll's House. Societal norms of Mrs. Linde. Mrs. Linde is one of the protagonists in the play and plays as a transition from a classical wife to a modern woman. As such, the societal norms as applied to her seek to encompass both the old traditionalist values as well as the more modern ideas. She adheres to the dominant societal norms in that she feels miserable without having people to take care of. In this, she shows an adherence to deep-rooted programming of a woman assuming the traditional role of caretakers and nurturers. She marries Krogstad for the same reason, despite his poverty, as a means to find someone to take care of. The woman also adheres to societal norms in regard to honesty, which is shown when Mrs. Linde allows for Nora's letter to be found by Torvald. While such an action can be perceived as a betrayal by some, and even Nora, it was done to expose the true nature of her marriage to Torvald. Mrs. Linde held strong beliefs that honesty is preferable to deceit and lies. These values show the contradiction to the existing societal norms, as in its women have to lie to themselves and others in order to conform. However, Linde also defies plenty of the contemporary societal norms. She does not have children, despite the prevalent stereotype of a perfect family present at the moment in time. She looks to support her family, which is her primary reason for moving around and seeking work. For a woman to be the main breadwinner in the 19th century is rather unheard of, especially considering that Linde found joy and meaning in her craft. Finally, she shows a will and independence to survive, defying the norms believing women to be deficient and helpless without a man to take care of them. Overall, Linde is a complex character that shows transition from old norms to a more independent model of a female. Nora's societal norms. Nora is being shown throughout the play as a model of feminine secret rebellion. She starts off as a picture-perfect wife. The woman has 3 children, takes care of the house, and her husband Torvald acts silly, chipper, and bubbly to others. In turn, she receives the rewards from complying to the expectations society has towards her. She is treated by her husband as a doll, being pampered, patronized, and exhibited benevolent sexism towards. However, her compliance with societal norms as displayed towards others is merely a cover. She does not believe in them, but recognizes that in order to maintain a respectable face and pursue her own wishes, she has to play pretend. Nora is a lot smarter than she lets on to others. The woman is ready and able to work and commit crimes in order to achieve her ends, some of which include paying off her debt and helping Torvald with his health. While some of her motives have been benevolent, the payoff is negative at the end, as Torvald shows his selfish nature when her deceptions are discovered. This culminates in Nora breaking societal norms in one of the worst ways, walking out on her husband and children and acquiring independence. Her image serves as an allegory that adapting to the chains will only get one so far, and that true liberation can only be achieved in breaking of the chains. Conclusions. Nora and Mrs. Linde show different attitudes towards societal norms and defy them in different ways. While Mrs. Linde is more open about her rebellion, possessing a strong personality and a sense of desire and purpose, Nora is less overt in her confrontation with the society. What is notorious is that both approaches fail to bring these women true happiness, and that they find true liberation only in challenging these norms and seek to follow their own ambitions. The message behind the play is clear: societal norms that were made by men and for men are oppressive for women, and the only way for them to achieve true independence is to challenge them openly, as halfway measures and covert means only increase the frustration about what could have been. StudyCorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out!